This episode of ETC is brought to you by Mad Max Fury Road. What's up, guys? Welcome back to T.U.G.S. Uh-oh, a tornado!
Whoa, what happened? That was easy. Come on, Brett, let's go. What's up, guys? We're back for another episode of T.U.G.S.
Take that fucking mask off.
Yeah, okay, we're back. Fine, you win. We'll keep doing the show because I'll be goddamned if 1 week goes by without your only trustworthy source in gaming news, giving you the lowdown on what's happening in the world of video games. Plus, we're all gonna be gone next week for PAX.
That's right.
Yeah.
Seattle, Emerald City, baby.
Yeah, so listen, before we get started this week, we want to let you know that the hashtag sponsored only good game on mobile devices hashtag ad is Dungeon Boss. And you know why that is, Brett?
Why, Ricky?
Well, Brett, aside from being a fast action battle game loaded with hundreds of powerful heroes to collect and evolve, it's because Dungeon Boss and Big Fish Games are sending us to PAX Prime next week in beautiful, sunny Seattle, Washington to meet all of you loyal ETC and Tug boys. Anyone who's actually attending the convention, of course.
Literally, we were only going to say hi to anyone who wants to come up and say hi. We're not working. We just want to be there to meet people. So thank you, Dungeon Boss, for hashtag sponsoring our trip and making it possible.
We will be on the 6th floor of the convention center at noon on Saturday the 29th, booth 6119. Yeah, so go download their game as a way to say thanks for putting up with us and sending us to PAX and letting us do a meetup at their booth. We'll put a link in the description. So thank you so much. Anyways.
But let's get back to news because we are one step closer to the edge and I'm about to break. Did the opportunity to purchase the Fallout 4 Pipboy limited edition bundle fall through your greasy, Cheeto dust covered hands?
Well, we've got good news and bad news for you then, because for a brief period in time, the Pipboy edition was in stock and up for sale through the official Bethesda web store, despite claims from the company that they just couldn't shove any more army green plastic into the molding machine and make more of these things. Even though you have to provide your own cell phone to get it to work.
The factory had other things to make other than shit for nerds,
Yeah.
okay? Well, guess what? As quickly as they went up for sale with a limit of one per customer, the opportunity to snatch up one of these pointless, ugly toys came crashing down and the hopes and dreams of millions of people who enjoy shitty game memorabilia collecting dust on their bookshelves and desks.
Yeah, they couldn't get it, sad. So while we're on the topic of Fallout, their mobile game Fallout Shelter, which is arguably better than anything they've ever released under the Fallout moniker before,
What?
and will no doubt earn them
Shut
more
up.
revenue based on cost of production,
I didn't write that.
has a bunch of really cool stats to show off in the first couple weeks since its launch.
Among them are the stats that over 85 million vaults have been created, all of them named Vault 666 or Vault 420.
Oh, those are mine!
Yeah, over 1 billion sessions have been played, and there have been over 118 million Rad Roach infestations.
Yeah, it actually, I know we sort of covered this last week, but we didn't actually get into it. It came out for Android last week, and after a bunch of failed attempts to wrap my head around how to actually not have everyone in my vault just kill themselves because of how unhappy they are, I finally got the hang of it, and now my vault is basically a fucking utopia. Good game. Good game. Cause, you know why? It's because I spent 99 cents on that little robot to float around and collect stuff.
Death Claws will take away everything you have. But let's talk about something else. Remember how Twitch played Pokemon and a couple other pretty simplistic games by allowing the chat to control the characters, and after an extended period of time created just the right amount of random combinations of actions in order to successfully finish the game?
Yeah.
Well, turns out that doesn't work so well for modern games that take a little more finesse to complete tasks.
Take this recent attempt, for example. Twitch plays Dark Souls, which, at the time of this writing, entered its 6th day in its hopeless effort to actually finish the game using the same strategies with which they conquered Pokemon.
We learned about this story from Polygon back on the 17th, who at the time reported that more than 90 hours of playtime by the site had passed during the attempt, and despite the strong will to win, so far hadn't even made it out of the starting area.
Sad. But that all changed last night when Twitch actually successfully beat the game's first boss, the Asylum Demon.
Now, they're actually only able to complete this task thanks to the moderator, enabling a voting system for the commands instead of just letting users run wild straight into death's embrace with no oversight.
Yeah, you gotta kind of put a leash on it a little bit.
Well, it basically turns it into a turn-based RPG, basically.
Yeah, if you have a ton of free time on your hands and you want to witness or help the attempt, head over to twitch.tv/TwitchPlaysDark, which we can only imagine might continue on without winning until the end of time.
Yep, it will be there when your children are born and beyond. Now let's talk about a game we have haven't mentioned in a while, but still openly love and are willing to sell out for week after week, Heroes of the Storm.
Woo! Heroes of the Storm got a pretty significant patch this week, and also a brand new hero in the form of, say it, Brett. I thought that you were gonna do better than me, but you didn't. Kharazim, aka the monk from Diablo 3. Now he's a support class character and also the first support character out of the Diablo 3 universe. See, there's some nice parts to that scary, spooky game. Yeah.
Aside from that, Blizzard messed around with the rank mode in the game, fixed some balance issues, and introduced dynamic bundles, which basically mean if you already own something that comes in a bundle, you'll get a discount on the bundle.
Which I have been waiting for a while. Every time that bundle goes on sale, I'm like, well, fuck, I already own half that. Damn it. But sadly enough, no new map this time around. But don't worry, because there is one in development, and from what we've heard, it's almost ready to go, and it's already available on public test servers. It's going to be called Infernal Shrine, so maybe next patch.
That was a little too much like actual news, Ricky. Bad!
Ow, that actually hurt.
I know, it's a ladle.
Ugh.
And now a quick note about Destiny for our boy Dunkus, because he loves the game so much, he actually will text me and say, fuck you guys, do your fucking research.
That was inaccurate.
Don't shit on my fucking favorite
it was inaccurate. This is T.U.G.S, baby.
Well, it looks like regardless of whether or not you pick up the new DLC, The Taken King, any and all Destiny players will see some major changes and improvements to the game when the DLC is available.
You'll apparently be able to turn in bounties directly from the progress screen instead of visiting the tower. There's also going to be UI enhancements. You get that new Nolan North ghost. There's a new leveling system that won't require loot upgrades, and we're sure there's lots more. We'll put a link to some articles in the description so you can check out all that news yourself, because this is too much news. Too much news.
Yeah, it's almost like you're supporting Destiny all of a sudden. What happened to you? We must really need to get out of this.
Hey, I loved Destiny when it came out, so
well,
whatever.
You're a fuckboy. How about we loosen up?
Yeah.
How about we stop trying so hard like a couple of real games journalists, and let's force Shibby to talk really fast and loud while reviewing something he's probably never played.
PlayStation nerdlords rejoice in your superiority over the Xbox Zoidlings because the torch has been passed from Microsoft to Sony for the exclusive early access to all the Call of Duty bullshit now, including DLC. But Shibby, what the fuck are you talking about? Obviously the Black Ops 3 beta, and of course, what the fuck is going on? And of course, it looks like a Titanfall pilot had consensual sex with Riley the COD dog, and the love child are the new specialists, which is basically what you play, the operators. Do you love using your beloved Destiny super move to decimate the competition? I sure do. Problem is, what the fuck? Problem is, half of them are complete shit and the other half are overpowered. And because people die in a 2-bullet spray and pray, you're better off using a gun. Because the specialists basically have ultimates. If you're a MOA player and you need to build a meter throughout the match and maybe use them a handful of times. Sure, the game is fast respawning as instant, but there are a lot of moving parts. At the end of the day, it's the same old format all the Call of Duty casual fans eat up on a yearly basis because they quickly get bored because the lack of depth. Spawn, die, kill streak, super Destiny, power move, die, etc. You know you'll be spending the $6 plus tax and another $50 on the season pass for a half-ass DLC and probably microtransactions for Optic Gaming and 420 Blaze of weapon skins. Overall, I think Call of Duty is a mediocre casual arcade shooter for unskilled nerdlings and YouTubers to cash checks. But if you're looking for a better skill-based shooter, there are much better options. Save yourself a few sad weeks of your life, over $100, and pass on Call of Duty as it returns for another unimaginative year, 0 out of 10.
Woo!
Woo! Good job. Great job.
Man,
what was that review about again?
I don't really know.
But like we
Anyways,
always say,
yeah.
Shibby doesn't matter.
Nope.
So let's check out a review from Amazon.
Yeah, this one is for the first in the Dark Souls series, since we mentioned it in a story, and comes from user Kirk Wook, whose title reads, Patience of a Saint, Taste of Mummified Dog Dirt. Read it, Brett.
God, this game is one of the worst I've ever played. Looks like a PS2 game and has repetitive monsters you have to beat in long battles, which last as long as when you last missed your bus home and had to wait for the next one. God, this game is depressing and dark. The bosses are even worse, not challenging to beat, just annoying, which requires patience of a saint to work out the weak points for 2 days to kill them, or, alternatively, just watch one of the nerdy playthrough bloggers so it will only take you half an hour. If you have pride having the patience of a prison inmate for a life sentence, this game will appeal to you and you will give it 5 stars. I would give it negative 999,999 if I could.
Wow, he gave it a worse score than Shibby.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't even know you could go below 0.
God damn it.
He's thinking outside the box.
That's right.
Anyways, guys, meet us at PAX Prime Saturday, August 29th at noon, 6th floor for Dungeon Boss. We're going to be at their booth, 6119, and check out a new episode of Weekly Weird, along with the latest Tech Tuesday and a podcast with Tony Hale. Bye.
Bye.